Have you ever achieved something you've always longed for, a promotion, a big bank account, or public recognition, only to have a terrifying emptiness creep into your chest hours later? We live in an era where happiness is packaged like a commodity, a fixed destination at the end of a highway. We believe we are an incomplete version and that just one more piece will complete the picture. But the truth is, the more we chase happiness, the further it recedes into the horizon. You're not getting closer to peace, you're just accelerating on a mental treadmill, where the finish line always moves faster than your feet. Why does achieving everything leave us feeling like we have nothing? Get acquainted with Elias. Elias spent 30 years of his life building a tower of blueprints, sleepless nights, and cold coffee. In his mind, happiness lay at the peak where all the noise of mediocrity would fade, where he could finally breathe the air of a victor. The night before reaching the highest peak, Elias couldn't sleep. He envisioned a divine light enveloping him. But as his final foot touched the summit, reality struck. There were no trumpets, no enlightenment. Only gray clouds, wind whistling through the rocks, and bone-chilling cold. He looked down at his feet. The rock he had just pushed up was merely a lifeless block of quartz. Elias realized a harsh truth: the summit possessed no happiness. It only possessed a broader perspective of his own solitude. He sacrificed reality for an illusion, and now that illusion has vanished, leaving an old man standing in the void. Elias's situation is a reflection of the Sisyphus myth. Albert Camus argued that humanity constantly craves meaning in a silent and meaningless universe, a conflict he called the absurd. Let's compare the two schools of thought. Nihilism: if the mountaintop is empty, then climbing it is pointless. All effort is in vain. This is the abyss of despair. Existentialism: Camus' existentialism: meaninglessness is not a death sentence, but a liberation. Camus doesn't pity Sisyphus. He believes. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Why? Because the moment Sisyphus returned to the foot of the mountain to find his stone, he realized his fate. He owned it. The stone didn't control him, it was his choice to keep pushing that was the greatest act of resistance against the meaninglessness of the universe. Happiness doesn't lie in the rock resting on the summit, but in the heat of the muscles and the pounding of the heart as he pushes. We often say, I will be happy when I have a home, when I get married, when I am free. But if we embrace Camus' philosophy, our worry about when we'll reach the destination suddenly becomes ridiculous. This coming Monday morning, when you face a long to-do list, try restructuring. Don't view emails as an obstacle to getting to rest. Consider the act of composing those emails as part of an absurd dance. The formula is simple. If the destination is an illusion, then the journey is the only real thing. Happiness isn't the reward of effort, but the full presence within that effort. When you stop demanding life have a higher meaning, you begin to find beauty in the fragments, the aroma of coffee, the feel of the pen on paper, or the coolness of the early morning. What is your rock? Is it your career, a relationship, or simply surviving in a turbulent world? Don't wait for the clouds to part on the mountaintop to see the sun. Learn to love the weight of the rock on your shoulders. Because in this vast and indifferent universe, your voluntary act of moving forward is the only flame that never goes out. Ultimately, we don't climb mountains to be seen by the world. We climb mountains so that we can see the world even if that world has no answers for us. Will you continue pushing your rock? Or will you let it crush you and wait for a miracle that will never come?